Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Everyday Black Men Podcast, a podcast for authentic black male thoughts. I am Riker, and I'm joined by R. Reed, Armstead, and DJ All Might. Please follow us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at Everyday Black Men, and Facebook at the Everyday Black Men Facebook page. Website is coming soon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a spicy, spicy episode. As you already saw, a wild Tatyanna has appeared, and thus you know it's not a planned episode. We're completely going with punches. So if it's a little bit off the cuff, I don't want anyone to think that we were trying intentionally to be rather rough. However, there are definitely some views on this podcast that are probably not going to be very favorable. So this is your warning. This is the time you can press stop. But if not, I think this is going to be quite a treat. And we look forward to bringing more exciting guests to everyone in the new year. So without further ado, let's start the show.
What was that? What's his name? Craig left?
That's Tatyanna. Welcome, lady.
Hello.
Just gonna pop up, just like a woman.
Exactly. I'm gonna pop up.
Yeah, the audience likes you.
Relle.
Really?
You must have heard us talking about NBA
He
niggas. You just popped in.
Exactly. You popped in because of NBA niggas. You're just trying to clout chase.
That was sexist.
You
of me.
said
That was sex. That was real sex. That was fucked up of me to say that. I'm sorry, audience.
Did Relle quit his podcast, or y'all just on like a little slowdown?
Yeah, we're. I guess he's
They
doing
on a bye
pause.
week.
I don't because
They on
he's
a bye
all
week.
over Cuddle. If y'all know what that is,
Yeah.
just not.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
he's all over Cuddle, and he needs to take his goddamn penis out of Cuddle and focus on the rest of
Yes,
his life.
bro. A lot of people do because Cuddle is ran by racist Asians. I don't know why people.
Well, no,
still
it's not
use
about
that
that because racist Asian lips
Cuddle. What the hell is Cuddle?
suck your dick the same as
A
regular
chat
black
app.
lips.
It's little girls on there. I don't get that. That's what he like to do.
Oh,
Well, no. The
God.
thing about it is
What?
they're just they're mostly young. They're mostly young, so they're like a
Okay,
little
young
bit younger
girls.
than you. They're mostly younger than you. They're still legal.
She's on there more than I am. Aren't they young? Aren't they in their 20s?
I don't
And
know.
teenagers?
Yeah,
what it
but
is.
dude, you're talking as if a girl in her 20s is not legal. Like it'd be
I'm
different
not
if these
saying
all
they're not
17
legal.
year
I'm
olds.
just like, you like the bullshit with your little girls. Like, I don't know.
You know why? I mean,
Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
He
Go
about
ahead.
to say
Go
it,
ahead on
yeah.
Black Libertarian.
you know
You about to
why?
say it.
Because they are easier and dumber, and everything that he said on the last
Well, it's not necessarily that
podcast.
they're easier. They're more
They're
easily
easier.
impressed.
They
Yeah,
are.
they're
They
more-
are easy. They're very.
They're
easy.
easier. They're more easily impressed because they haven't seen all the things. Like
I
they
mean-
haven't gotten to that stage in life where it's like I've seen a nigga spend $10,000.
Everything he said on the last podcast is impressive to them because he is so knowledgeable.
You mean 3 podcasts ago? But yeah, what you
He's
said?
one of those
No, on the
people
last
who think
podcast
his
he said some shit too.
I know
thinks
that'll be
his-
3 podcasts ago.
That's
he thinks
that's
his
why Girl
intelligence
Meets
matters.
You're right.
I
He
don't know.
thinks
I talked to
intelligence
him.
matters.
Yeah, he thinks intelligence matters. He really does.
Well, no,
I
it's
said,
not. It's not that he thinks intelligence matters. He hasn't gotten to the point in time where he's had to accept that most people are really fucking stupid, and you just gotta understand that people go by their motivations. Taking it back to what we talked about at the top, Tatyanna, we were talking about how Obama disappointed us and let us down, and kind of is like Harvey Dent. Started out as a hero, ends now as a villain, and same thing for AOC, and then breaking it down. But
I mean,
that's
should
something
add Bernie
that
to that list, but at a different
well, yeah.
spectrum.
Well, no. The thing
Hey,
about
look, you
Bernie
leave
is
Bernie
Bernie's
alone.
in the
All right? You
no
leave
Bernie.
Bernie alone.
Bernie. No, he's right though. Bernie's in the middle right now. He's not completely gone a villain, but if Biden gives him a good enough spot, he gonna switch over.
Biden
And
ain't
we
gonna
have
give a
to.
shit.
Bernie is Bane. All right, he is
Bernie.
Bane.
Bernie has no fight.
Yeah,
He's
Bernie has no
fucking
fight. He's
90
not
years
Bane.
old.
I don't care.
It doesn't
Like,
matter.
That
This is
nigga
not-
been
this is-
fighting and losing for so long. I mean, I'm not saying.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
using that
that's
as
the
a
thing
cap.
about being a liberal though. He has to be an internal optimist. You can't.
Bro, you ever watch these Tea Party people? They don't give a fuck about losing.
Yeah, they don't care about losing.
They don't
Have you
fuck about losing.
seen how these Tea Party people look and live? I mean, of
Again,
course they don't.
They didn't give a
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
talking
but they
about
didn't
the
give a fuck.
elected
Yeah,
officials.
exactly.
They would tear down this country to get what they wanted.
Yeah, but
Correct.
the thing is, to get what they want, it would not be achieved if they tear down the country. They're too stupid to realize that.
Well, no, yeah, they're too
Yeah.
stupid. But that's literally
But
going back to Tatyanna, what she was talking about is the whole Cuddle thing and Relle being on there. But it's the thing about it is Relle has
Black Libertarian. He got 2 names.
No, I ain't. I said, what is Cuddle?
It's like a
Cuddle
chat
is basically Clubhouse for the people who couldn't get in.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Dude.
Clubhouse for the people who couldn't get in, but more focus on thoughts and not as much
Ain't
focus
no
on
thought.
famous people.
They just
Y'all
young,
heard about
bored chicks.
Lakeith? What's his name? Lakeith Stanfield fucking
What he
moaning
did?
on he did a moaning contest for like $300 on Clubhouse.
What?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, and this nigga's moaning like he's like it's, and there's a noise that sounds like jerking off. There's a jerking off noise.
Bro, you ever
Like
hear yourself moaning and stop?
I mean, first and
What?
foremost, if
Like,
you
oh
hear yourself
shit.
moaning,
I will not confirm or deny.
you are not enough into the moment if you got time to hear yourself.
Nigga, fuck
But
that shit.
secondly, I mean, look, nigga, I'm not saying that upon review of the sex tape, you don't just delete it
Ain't no
and
homo,
go,
but
no, thank
already
you.
just off of this alone, you just bro, I think of Wesley Pipes when if I were to consider being in the next room to you doing what you're doing. Like
True. And you managed to scare Tatyanna into leaving. So, I mean, great
damn,
job.
she ran away.
Be like, yeah, bitch, take this dick. You my slut. Yeah, take that shit.
Can we appreciate him before we gotta appreciate this episode. That man
Yeah, we
taught
got to
everybody how to
appreciate.
ad lib on that. Like
Exactly.
nobody
That
was
nigga
doing that
was
before
just
him.
like completely. He would trash women, and then afterwards, you see like the ending porn credits. He'd be like, "Oh, baby, I was just getting really into character." Like he would give him a nice little he would give him nice aftercare, and that's how niggas learn what aftercare is. It's like, wow. So he would talk all this shit to them, make them feel like they're straight up sluts and
So
whores, and then afterwards, he's like, "Hey, I was just really getting into my character. I love you. You're so great to work with. You're nice." Da 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 da. And that's why all out of all the porn stars who've had all this bullshit come up about him, ain't nobody brought up Wesley Pipes because that nigga knew how to aftercare.
Did porn pervert you when it comes to the bedroom?
To a certain extent, yes. To a certain
Yeah.
extent, no. Because it's impossible to look at porn or to look at sex the same if you grew up during the time that we grew up with porn. Like I can't say about the new niggas now because now you got niggas who like I can't even get hard without watching hentai, and it's like what the
What
fuck
the
is wrong with you? But
hey,
Bro,
no, you know what changed my world? Like, and y'all have to share the same sentiment. Pinky revolutionized the game when she started going all the crazy screaming, moaning, and everything. She was the first. She's
Pinky's
yeah,
Pinky was
she
the
did.
pioneer when she
she
started.
I
She
love
was
Pinky.
taught. I do too.
I
I
love Pinky.
mean, she put us on, and we didn't hate on her when she got chunky because the older we got, we realized those are the sneaky ones we don't let
I
people
like
see.
them
But
thick ones, boy. I don't know about y'all, boy.
I've never
Yeah,
stopped. I've
RE
never
definitely
stopped.
likes some
Look,
thick.
no, I ain't gonna lie. I've never stopped looking at her. It's just maybe because she holds that part near and dear to me.
I'm with you.
That's
I mean, I don't think I've seen her that much this year, but like her dick,
Well, no,
man.
because
because this year
cause
she's
she,
trying to snap her body back, and it makes sense. I mean, she's 40 something years old. It's time for her to get
but she's
everything
also
together.
got her production thing, and she got other bitches out there fucking with her name on it.
Exactly. That's smart. Like again, it goes back to what we were talking about 3 podcasts ago, which is exit plan. You
Yeah.
have to have
Well,
your
all
exit
right.
plan.
That's not that. Then what's funny? Also, I got to give it the number 2 slot to Cherokee. Man, Cherokee changed the game because we ain't never look for those of us that didn't live in Atlanta where ass was always like
Oh, okay.
regular like that. That
Yeah,
wasn't. She
Atlanta,
was the
this been big booties all
yeah.
my life.
See, I remember she was the first type I seen like that. She was the first
Really?
Pokemon I saw of that breed.
Yeah, he
When
didn't
I
even know about these women, and then all of a sudden he started
she
looking
changed.
around. He started
Yeah.
seeing these women everywhere. He's like, "Damn, it's like Cherokee planted a big ass woman orchard here, and it's sprouting
And
everywhere."
what's funny is I discovered her on DSN. I remember when I first saw her, I thought she was unique. But she got into the game with the idea of making money. She was already grown when she started, and like she was hustling, like
Oh
running,
yeah, she
doing her own
wasn't like
shit.
one of these 18-year-old bright-eyed butcher tails. She was like, "I want to get paid."
And that's when I learned my porn age. Everybody has an age, but some of us got a porn age that is beyond the century mark. Because after a while, I started being interested in watching YouTube videos of these motherfuckers talking about why they started in porn and interviews. Like, I ain't give a fuck about the porn. I was like, I'm just intrigued by why the fuck are you letting this nigga put his Timberland boot on your fucking forehead while he's stroking you? Like,
I
I
think it
know
was the
exactly
one.
what.
I
That's
think her name
bad.
was,
I knew exactly which one you're talking about.
what was her name? Portia Fox, I think. No, I'm trying to think of this light skinned
Ice
porn star I
Fox,
used to like. I used to like Ice, but she wasn't really that special. I was trying to think of her
because she
name.
did nothing but lay there. She just laid there. She was just a
Oh yeah,
pretty like Latin
she
chick.
was the quintessential starfish.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
She was a dead fish
No
all the way.
effort,
Yeah,
nothing.
but you didn't
What
know
happened
that
to
until
Roxy
you. But
Reynolds?
Roxy Reynolds is what
I
is
don't
she?
like her. I wasn't no fan. I don't know. It's just something about her.
It's just, I mean, it's just. I remember the goats, man. You gotta respect the goats that brought
I mean,
Pony
she's
Squad to
up there,
life.
isn't she?
She is. She is. Roxy was bad.
Damn, man, I can't remember this light skin shit. She was kind of thick too.
This brings me into the
Portia Fox though, she aged well. But go ahead.
No, I was going. This brought me into the mindset or the thought process of what was you? How old were you when you basically stopped giving a fuck about talking about exploring yourself as a man? Like
Was
like
jacking off?
period, yeah, period. Like because I remember when I was a teenager, you first start, you like I ain't talking about that, and you're like I had an uncle that used to make fun of us. He used to like when we used to drive to our basketball games. He'd be like, "Hey, you spanked the monkey." And you be like looking like what nigga? You like you can't you laughing, but you trying to like laugh because he said spank the monkey. That's funny, but you ain't gonna tell them motherfuckers you beating your meat.
Correct.
You don't. I think I was like mid-20s where I started admitting that, and then after like probably 30, you just start admitting to all the nasty shit you do for real. Like you just don't care. Like there's a
It
phase
depends
where
on what
men
it
just
is.
Yeah, it
Because I
depends on what it
remember
is.
we had a conversation on here one day, and I was just like, "Oh my god, nigga, y'all be getting your ass licked? Like what the fuck?" I ain't
oh
gonna say
no,
who.
yeah, oh shit, no.
First and foremost, how dare you talk about the ass eating mafia like that?
I
That
mean,
is
What's wrong
that
with the
is
ass eating mafia?
I'm talking about the
that's what I
men.
was
Mm-mm.
that's what I was asking him. I was asking what's wrong with the ass eating
I
mafia.
mean,
I mean,
I
hey, bro,
you
I ain't
gotta get
judging.
your gut up, man. You gotta get your guts.
I
I
mean,
just ain't
you,
ready. I ain't ready to be on the giving or receiving end.
yeah, enjoy your rim job, bros.
I mean, look,
Come
dog,
on, get your rim job.
it is definitely something that gets your whole body ready, nigga.
Bro, I
It's
wasn't
Yeah,
gonna say no names, bro. You just like what
I
the
mean,
fuck?
look, I'm
he proud. He
completely.
proud.
Remember, I'm the one who had the whole Blumpkin story, nigga. I've
Oh,
literally done a lot of shit that would make you disgusted with me, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with that because it is what it is. And at some point, when I run for office, I'm gonna delete every podcast we've ever had. So enjoy
That
them
shit's
while
on
they
the
last,
server.
ladies and
That shit
gentlemen.
is on the server, bro.
I could say the same exact thing, honestly.
It's funny how everything that niggas deleted, that motherfucker knows somebody that work in tech support to get that
they
off the
downloaded.
cloud.
Nah, nigga, we going straight to Apple. Like Apple, you know what time it is.
Oh
Tim
yeah.
Cook, you know I got that tape of you and that
Like
17-year-old intern.
what's funny,
Don't fucking play.
I'll tell you how far behind you are. I ain't even gonna say the affiliation of the person or who it is, but this motherfucker has no digital footprint at all. Like he knew from the get go what he wanted to do, and as he graduated college, grad school, MBA, PhD, and all that, that nigga has not one digital footprint, not a Facebook, not a Twitter, not a shit.
This nigga's ghost.
Like that motherfucker. That's when you know who was about to be the next fucking generation of politicians. I was jealous. I was jealous because I ain't gonna lie. The 5 Facebook accounts that I had that's been deleted, they gonna be used against me if I get in a position of power.
I mean,
No,
it
no,
may
they're not
work
gonna
for
be
me,
used
bro.
against you necessarily.
They may
It's
work
gonna
for
Oh
you're
you,
no,
just
bro.
gonna
I've said some shit. I've
well,
said
no,
some
I know
fucked
you
up
said some
shit.
shit. We all have. But what you're gonna have to do is you're going to have to get one of those expert street sweeping teams. I mean, everyday black men, we have one as well, just in case black people, you need some things disappear. But you just need to get one of them street sweeping teams, and they will track down every last loose end, talk to every girlfriend that you may have, had nasty sex with, and they'll just make people have offers and NDAs. And at that point in time, people don't want to get sued into oblivion. Nobody wants the picture where it's like, if you talk about the nasty, kinky things y'all did, we will literally make it to where your great, great, great grandchildren will be slaves. No cap.
God damn.
Yeah, when people think of exactly how powerful those people are, they tend to shut their mouths. It is what it is. You wish those people would use their talents against someone like Epstein, but I mean, this
Hey,
is the
you see
world that
that
we live in.
that
Bro, what?
Canadian
Hey,
politician that just
hold
got
on.
hit up for trafficking? I'm
Let's
sorry,
go
go ahead.
back to your original question. I remember the first time somebody admitted that they ate pussy. And I remember it was, and I know who it was, man. I'm not gonna say his name, but he comes on this podcast quite often. Anyway, I remember
Wow.
I remember we were in high school. We were like, none of us was doing it. That nigga was doing it, but he ain't say nothing. And I remember him coming out this. It was some girl. I can't remember the girl name. I just remember him coming out the room. I'm just like, why this nigga wiping his face like that? Chewing his gum. I remember that. I was just like, damn, nigga, this nigga just ate this girl pussy. I'm just
There's
like,
a
oh.
certain way that guys
Wait,
wipe
what
their
happened?
face after they
Do
eat
y'all
pussy.
Yeah,
y'all
there's a
remember y'all
certain way
first
you got to
time?
do it if you're doing it right. You got to use one of those moist towelettes. You got to really get in the beard because
He
that's
ain't
where
got no
pussy juices
facial
just
hair.
reside.
Yeah, from
Oh
my
yeah, that's right. He's
experience, people
he's
don't
using on
use
easy mode.
towelettes. They just leave it.
Just
Nah, he just
I
was
mean,
wiping his face, and I'm just like, why are you wiping your face so much? You know, we waiting in the car while he just went and fuck this chick, and we just like, I think this nigga just ate this girl
Y'all
pussy.
would wait in the car.
Yes, nigga. This high
Hey,
school.
Tatiana, back in the day, that's how niggas just do. Hey, man, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
no, I know. I've had it happen to me several times.
Hold on,
So
what?
God damn. So you the getaway girl?
I
So
guess you
Tatyanna,
I
could
I
was.
say
thought
that.
better
How
of
does
you.
that? How does that work? How does that work with females? It'd be like a group of niggas. She like, if she ain't got
Oh
no
no,
friend,
I
bro, wait
think it's just a
outside.
me thing because I was the only female in my house. I grew up with brothers, uncles, and my grandfather, and
And that's why you helped them niggas get away with cheating.
yeah.
Okay, all right. I was just
I was a late
called
bloomer.
back to 3 episodes ago.
I'm a late bloomer, man. I ain't lose mine until I was 19 because I ain't
Damn,
never have a
bro.
fucking house to
I'm
myself.
in the same category as you, man.
Yeah,
It wasn't until
we never
college.
had a house to
Damn.
myself. And then the thing
I
was,
was.
the longer you wait in high school, the worse it is because you more awkward you are about it.
Exactly.
It is true. That's true, man. I mean, I had an opportunity, the first prom and second prom, but I didn't capitalize on either one of them. And to be honest, now looking back, I'm
I
glad I didn't.
see. I'll share a story after everybody share their moment because
Because I
that
mean,
right there.
because R. Reed and Armstead know exactly the light skinned, thin girl that I was hanging out with, that I was friends with, who was fucking all the other guys and saying that all these things were happening to her. And it's like, I'm so glad I didn't.
Why to the virgin nigga that the light skinned pretty girl in school
She wasn't
seems
pretty.
so
She wasn't.
she
She
wasn't pretty.
wasn't
Oh,
pretty.
okay.
She was okay. She was okay looking.
No, she
Like,
wasn't.
I mean, dog,
I
she
I
wasn't like some of the other people that we know. For her,
bro,
for her light skinnedness, and for again, her face wasn't the greatest in the world. But I'm saying her light skinnedness counts. She's at least a solid 6.
Oh,
Now, I
what
mean,
happened to her?
Who we talking about here?
she, you know
What we,
exactly.
he
We're
almost
talking
said the
about,
name. Oh shit.
Oh,
yeah,
bro,
the
the show.
bro,
Yeah,
we both got our jokes up about
I know you did.
Don't say it.
Again,
So
I was playing Resident Evil 0 with her, and she was like, I mean, there's other things we could do, and I was like, there's another Resident Evil.
Uncle Frank started it.
I ain't mad at him. I would have been on the same shit.
The
Well, no,
man
Damn.
because
initiated
she
it, is what
literally
you're
watched
saying?
me play Resident Evil for like 30 minutes in her prom dress and didn't say nothing, didn't do nothing. She was trying to give me the hint, and it's like, I mean, knowing what I know now, it's like, because my mom and my brothers were doing their own thing. It's like, I mean, you could have helped the brother out. Like the moment you saw people go away, you could have given me the hint. Because
I
going back to college, so before I actually lost my virginity, like I was dating this girl. Things
Bro,
were
she
going
fucked
well.
everybody. You didn't clap them cheeks.
I know, but now I'm giving you another story, and you're interrupting that story. So you know what? You
Go
don't
ahead.
want the story. That's
Yeah, I
fine.
want it.
Well, no.
Go ahead.
So basically, my first girlfriend, I met her because she was in computer science class, and she was great. And basically, she was wearing these like fuck me heels and short dress shirt, and I was like, oh, you're a cool person. But then later on, I came to find out she was like, no, I was just trying to bag a nerd, and you were the one that actually was willing to talk to me, because she was like, yeah, a lot of the white guys look, but you were the only person to actually be like, hey, you want to go get food or something like that. So I relate all this stuff to say that I kept seeing her at places, running into her, went on a couple dates with her, all that fun stuff. There was one day where she was like, what dorm do you live in? I told her what dorm I lived in. She was like, I'm gonna come by. I came through and she was like, yeah, everything's cool and all and whatnot. She's like, the only thing that sucks is that I'm on my period. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? And then she was like, let me show you. And then she got on her knees. And then that's my first like real sexual experience, was her just being like, since you asked, that's it. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Hold on, she sucked
going
your
back,
dick.
yeah, going back, could have given me a hint. Because that girl, she was like, I mean, I'm on my period. I'm like, yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? Then she gets on her knees like, oh, you were trying to tell me that, hey, one door is closed, but the other door is wide fucking open.
He was scared.
Well, no, it wasn't. It was just the clue. Before you have sexual experiences, you are clueless about a lot of this stuff, unless you
how to
grew up like
initiate.
I didn't grow up in a household with all the women in my family are super Christian, whatever. So they did a whole bunch of things, but you'll never find out about them, and they'll never be mentioned anywhere. So I didn't have the women in my corner that would have been like, hey, if a girl does this, whatever. So might have been sending me a sign that day of, hey, do you want to get your dick sucked? But I didn't know that that's what she was asking, because she didn't say, would you like to get your dick sucked? She didn't say that blatantly. So that's why it's like, oh, that's what it is. Whereas my actual first girlfriend, she was like, I'm going to let you know that I want to suck your dick because you didn't get the first hint when I said that I'm on my period right now. Because that was for her, like, whenever she was on her period, she was like, I really enjoy sucking dick. And I'm like, I mean, why would this not be a great pairing? But I didn't know that at first. So she was on her knees and was like, I mean, nigga, put two and two together.
I
That's
always
You
wonder.
know? Go
Like
ahead.
nigga, was niggas scared to pull their dick out? I ain't never give a fuck.
I was never scared of that, but I never got the
I
opportunity. Like
I
with the first couple girls, the first one I couldn't do anything with because she was severely underage, but that's a different story for a different time. The other one, and that's actually the same person, when she matured a little bit and was finally 16, so where it could be legal, it was just, I didn't get the car. Her dad was like super hyper, like, don't touch my daughter. So it's just like I didn't have the opportunities to for a lot of them. And then there was people at school, but it's like I didn't really fuck with most people at school.
it didn't hit my radar until junior year, honestly. I was by that time I'm in high school number 5, and I in a house always crowded, like everybody, grandma, brothers, mom, dad, all that shit. Didn't have my own room. I didn't know where to fucking go, and then I worked from sophomore year on. Like it wasn't on my radar until it was, and when it was, first I was ashamed because it felt like everybody but me was fucking. So
They were lying too.
I mean, but you
Yeah, a
don't
lot
know
of
that
them
in high
niggas was
school.
lying. But yeah, you're right. In high school, you don't realize that half these niggas is lying. Save for that time when Relle ate out that girl.
But the thing is, the niggas that weren't lying were the niggas that had the bitch pregnant or a kid already in high school. And
True.
some of the
Or
niggas
they
were
were the
my
fucked up ones like
yeah,
throwing her whole last name
yeah.
out
Like
because I don't care.
I had home like most of my homies were niggas that had a kid on the way or had a fucking kid by their junior year or got a bitch pregnant by senior year. So
Shit,
niggas are
fuck
only
that.
talking about that's all niggas was talking about. And like I was like, this is by high school number 6, my senior year. I'm confused as fuck, like trying to figure it out. Like, all right, I got ways to maneuver or do anything, get over bitch's crib because by that time nobody's keeping tabs on me. I'm working, I can do whatever the fuck I want, but I'm fucking unprepared as fuck. Shit, I think the time I really realized my ass was just behind the curve was the chick that I was going to take the prom. I was thinking about taking the prom, and she said, "Yeah." I asked her. Me and the homie on a half a day. I didn't know niggas at my school. My last school was a senior. On half a days, motherfuckers get something to smoke. They get the chicks, and these niggas was fucking like trains and everything. I didn't know that. My ass was like, "Oh, half a day PlayStation, nigga." There's just this one day that I go with my one
This nigga
homie
was
and the
like,
one
I'm so
chick.
happy for this PS2 right now. Everybody else
Exactly.
is like,
I'm
oh,
about to get
you
on these Kingdom
PS2.
Hearts,
Okay.
nigga. Like
That's
so.
really what you was thinking? Wow.
Who me? Like, but because I honestly I was like way more gullible. Like I literally my thing was I was more focused on money because I was working, and I was so busy trying to make sure I can get the fuck out of the house once I turned 18. I didn't care about nothing else because I wanted to do shit on my own anyway. And I was like,
I
I
feel
can't
you,
do
man.
nothing. I can't do nothing in this house because there's always somebody in this fucking house.
I don't even think I had sex in my parents' house before. So I was in
But
my 20s.
I didn't pay
True.
attention
Same
to
thing.
I didn't pay attention to going to nobody else's crib because like I had that nosy ass mom and I had a cell phone. So and then nigga didn't want to get kicked out because if I get kicked out, I don't know where
Yeah,
the
then
fuck I'm
you
gonna go to
really
get to
gonna have
work.
hard
Yeah,
times. Exactly.
because I was more so worried about what I'm gonna do so I can stack up rather than where
Did
the
you
fuck
not
I'm
have
gonna
a
go.
homie with a car?
No, nigga, I was in my 5th neighborhood at that time. My high school years,
Oh, you ain't had
I
no
wasn't.
friends.
No, I was new. Like I knew niggas, but I didn't know niggas. Like
Remember, he moved around like 4
yeah.
times over
Like
the
I
course
Nigga,
of the
didn't.
last like
My
12
mom didn't
podcasts he's
move.
talked about.
She didn't want to move me back to the hood, so we lived in the south suburbs, and the south suburbs wasn't where I was from.
nigga, we
So
all had cars.
I didn't, nigga. I didn't even
You,
get
Richie
that till
Rich,
what
and
I was graduating.
Armstead
Yeah,
had
yeah.
cars.
Your ass didn't grow up in the hood. Though. You said you was a suburban nigga, so we hated you because
I mean,
I
they
actually
suburban, but they hooded Jake.
they hood exactly, but I hated them because they had shit. I had homies like them. They had hoes. It was like that fucking verse that Kanye said on Drive Slow. That nigga had a roar in the mall. He had a car. We used to ride with this nigga. I had niggas like that, but I wasn't that nigga. I
Wow.
wasn't on so my gullible ass, and what's funny, all my friends were the fucking, I mean, I knew all the hood niggas, I knew the main niggas, I knew the hoopers, and I knew the cheerleaders. I knew everybody. I always made that my role after new high school number 4. So, like,
New high school number 4. They're
yeah,
like, why
like,
did you move twice in the same year?
Cause
First and foremost, I'm mad that you asked me that motherfucking question.
that one. And then also, I was a nigga that don't look his age, so I looked like a freshman all 4 years. no matter, I did work out. Like once I got into weight training, it was done. I was like, oh shit, nigga can grow muscles. But my face looked like a fucking freshman, so that didn't mean shit.
This nigga
And
was a freshman for 4 years.
and I was a freshman around GDs and Vice Lords, so
God damn. Well, I mean, that may have helped you out because they're like, man, I don't want to go down for taking
Your
on a
dynamic
freshman.
was so different. Like I remember, like my mom would drop us off at the mall, and
nah,
that nigga
not that.
Armstead knew that nigga fucking Relle. He had a car, and that was the last time my mom needed to drop us off. That nigga, we needed $5, and we would ride around all day, messing with homeless people, trying to holler at girls. Girls would jump in the car. Hell, my baby mama, I met her in high school, and shit, I left her friend at the mall.
Ironically, I
I mean,
didn't
her
lose
friend
my
was probably a
Really?
virginity.
hater, so
I
that's
didn't lose
fine.
my
I
virginity
hate
till
that
I
bitch
got
still.
my first car.
Fuck you.
So
Why
Fuck
are
Niggas
you
get a
giving
you.
little
her
bit of fame.
attention?
Niggas get a little bit of fame, and it's like,
right,
fuck you and everybody you knew.
that tone changed real quick.
Now
Yeah,
she gonna get clout.
Right,
clown. Ain't
but
nobody fucking with that little bitch.
Ain't nobody fucking with you
Ain't
like
nobody
that.
fucking with fuck.
Even the school didn't fuck with like that.
I like 3 of my homies fuck that hoe. Fuck her.
I mean, you had to give out her count like that. That's a little. I'm gonna
somebody
have to take that out.
Bitch, that bitch was talking
somebody
about
in
she never had dick before, bro. She a lesbian now.
I don't
And I knew
care.
oh
knew
No,
3 of
she
my
not.
niggas hit that bitch.
No, she
That's
you
what
got the
not.
whole
yeah,
kid. You
she
gonna have the
did,
whole
bro. She
community
said
come
she
for
a
you.
pure lesbian. She never had dick.
That's how
I was
bitches
like,
be when they switch sexualities. They try to act like
yes,
they ain't never
bro.
had
And
no
I
dick
was like,
before.
Yeah, they be lying.
Oh, she want to be gold star, but we all know she not even bronze.
hell, even
Right.
Rel hit that bitch after he made her eat food out of a dog bowl. Yes,
Oh,
that nigga did
I
that.
mean, that's the right way to meet somebody, though.
Why are you Atlanta niggas so different?
that's not just Atlanta niggas. I know a few niggas from here that's done worse.
She was hungry, and that nigga
No,
was like,
but
"Bitch, you been around here for days and you ain't got no money.
hey,
Eat out this dog
Tatyanna,
bowl."
the worst shit that I've heard in my whole life that when it comes to treating women the fucked up way it came from niggas in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, you're
Every
not wrong.
time. I'm not
Oh
saying
no,
I
I've
ain't.
been several times. I didn't seen some things. I know.
See,
Bro, I don't
nah,
see niggas who got kidnapped and they was feeding them baby food for days.
nah.
That nigga
I
Arm said,
mean,
family got some fucked up clan members in there. Like, what the fuck was that in the closet? Oh, y'all want to see?
Hey man,
Fuck,
I ain't had
Arm
nothing to do
said,
with
"Get
that.
your family."
them
I ain't had
Chicago
nothing to do
niggas,
with that.
bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, man. Look. I plead the fifth.
Bro, and
Oh,
I
you
told
plead
you,
the fifth.
bro, you ever seen, bro, that nigga tried to get us one time. Nigga had about, I don't, bro, eyeballing it, probably like $100,000. He said, you could take all that money if you could get out this house. You know how much a nigga thought about that shit, bro? And then I had to think again about it, like, this nigga gonna kill us if we take this money.
Exactly. That's the thing about it is this nigga was setting up because he wanted to have some fun, and y'all look like an easy
He
come
probably would
up.
just beat our ass. He wouldn't have killed us, but Lord Jesus,
Well,
Damn near
the
we
thing
thought
about it
some
is
about
he
it.
might
slugs
have broke
though.
something when he beat your ass
That
because he
Right.
was
nigga,
gonna beat y'all like
oh
He would have
yeah,
been
pumping
like
brakes.
big boy on fucking ATL.
Correct.
yeah, there you go. He
I
can
feel
switch
like
Yeah.
since
too.
there's a Florida man, there should be an Atlanta man too.
There needs to be an Atlanta man. He
Nah,
kidnapping people and feeding them
It's
baby
Georgia
food.
man.
Georgia man.
Georgia man, Georgia nigga.
Nah, there was some
I
Chicago niggas, so shit, you tell me about that. Atlanta
I
niggas, what was the weirdest situation? Man, I can't think of the weirdest situation.
I got
But
a
running the
story,
sock
but I
man
don't
on the
think
martyr.
anybody needs to hear this shit.
how
I
long?
mean,
Talking about
that's all the more
The
reason for you
most
to
the
tell
one
fucked
us.
up
somebody
thing
was
I ever did to people was I had a job one summer working at and I was getting all this and instead of drinking it, I would shake it up and throw it at homeless people on the side of the road, let the can burst
what
on
is with you and homeless people, dog? What is
He's
wrong
so
with you?
mean to homeless people for no reason.
them.
Like
Then
homeless
you
they
know
people
what
ain't
it is?
do nothing to
that
you.
shit evolved from that to making bum tapes. What the fuck
Oh
was
my
we
god.
thinking? We jumping out of
I'm
cars,
still
beating up bums.
I still feel bad
Because
on them.
y'all messed up.
My
It's one
god,
it's
bro.
one thing it's one thing to well no, it's not even that.
Oh,
Doing pranks at
allegedly.
homeless people is fucked up, allegedly.
That shit is
But
hilarious, bro.
what's even
They'll be
more what's
sleeping, bro, and just imagine them sleeping. You shake up a can of Coke. Wake up, bitch. And that shit just get all over them. That's hilarious.
y'all are so fucked up. You know
What's
how
fucked
long
up?
it
What's
takes?
fucked up is I know niggas. I knew niggas like you, and I just watched this shit.
Yeah,
went to
bro.
arcade.
And then the
I
other
went
thing
to
we would
arcade.
call is ice baths, bro. We would go to Quick Trip, get a whole thing of ice, and see it look like a bitch walking, try to talk to her. She wouldn't say anything. Throw that whole thing of ice on that bitch. Cool out.
But
Damn.
Atlanta's homeless population is different.
Dated a guy from Atlanta. I will never ever do it again.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta keep some of these. Remember the gasoline cans? We would fill them things with
Nigga,
Coca-Cola.
nigga, do you want any hope of being in an administration somewhere at some point
No,
in the future?
bro,
Okay.
because I realized
Only
that, bro, you look at these senators, they doing way more fucked up shit.
And they often are
only
white.
similar stories I remember in Chicago was niggas when Super Soakers first came out and like grown ass niggas started getting them. Motherfuckers were putting bleach in them and shooting niggas up.
Yeah, that shit right there was fucked up.
Nah, we
Because
ain't
you
do
think, well, that was good on
Coca-Cola.
y'all.
We ain't fuck with the homeless, but I know the homeless situation in Georgia is different than in Chicago because the homeless in Chicago are all downtown. You don't see them in the regular neighborhoods like that.
No,
You see
this
the
was downtown. This was downtown. We would go
okay, so
downtown.
you were hunting.
Oh, most definitely. We was on the prowl.
That's why I'm saying it's so fucked up, DJ. It's
We
because,
would
yeah,
ride
these
up and
niggas had to
down
go find
Peachtree.
these homeless people.
We can start again right here. My one homie, when he got so drunk, we made that nigga fight a tree. That nigga,
Oh my God, I remember that.
Oh, yes.
we made that
You
nigga
Now,
fight
are
a tree.
fucking
that
criminal.
is some good, that is
Yeah.
some good actual
Okay.
storytelling.
Yeah,
Tell us
That
about
Hey,
how
nigga,
this came to be.
I got one that same nigga. Remember when we went to the gas station, the Quick Trip? No, what wasn't? It was BP gas station on Flat Shoals Parkway. And there was a place next to it called News. It was a wing place. That motherfucker went to the window and started talking to the Chinese folks that was in there, and he banged on the window, and the whole
I'm
glass
hungry.
broke. I'm hungry. And then the whole glass and shit broke.
Yeah, bro. They broke that whole window. We was like
We
5
got
to 10 cars deep, and we got the hell on.
Oh
got
my god.
Y'all
And
ain't
news.
I,
shit.
I ain't started
Damn.
getting reckless until like right before I joined the military, and I think that was why I was like, I need to get the fuck out of Chicago. Fuck this shit.
Your most reckless ages was from 19 to 22, or
That's
like
why I
20.
was. I
Yeah,
was 19. I joined at
we was like
21.
17 in reckless,
Like my first time eating pussy was a 3-way with 2 dyke bitches.
bro.
I
And I
mean, that
remember.
just sounds like a good time.
Oh, it
Hold
was.
on, bro. I'm listening to something. I was reckless before then because I got mad that niggas would take me over bitches' houses. I would take them, and there'd be like another bitch there, and it wouldn't be there, and I would steal their brother's games, bro.
But see, the thing about that is that was called revenge. Like, oh, nothing for me. I will help myself to 2K
I was stealing Halo,
08.
bro. Back then it was live, bro. You get with the times.
Yeah, you're right. Lie.
Yes, y'all.
But
Live used to
also,
be good.
Yeah, low key. It was. Hey, that's what I was doing on them half a days, man.
true. Stealing Halo though, that was actually worth it because I was back when GameStop didn't give you wood. They gave you, like a little. They took a little bit off the top, so
See,
you could
Yo,
steal Halo and
that's
sell
back
that
when I
bad boy
was
and make money.
yo, my
I
nigga
think
had
at
a
that time
PlayStation. Go ahead.
no, I was saying that's when I was at GameStop or Game Crazy, and or Hollywood Video
Nigga,
actually.
that was EB Games, bro.
No, I'm talking about the rental
For
spot.
us.
The
Oh,
rental spot. I
what
worked
we
there.
doing
I
there?
worked
Hold
there.
on.
Oh, I used
It
to
was this
nigga.
old game. It
I
wasn't
had the
playing
very
trade.
dope. My collection. I always had the new games. Let's just put it like that. New games and new DVDs because you know the little drop box, right? That you have to, everybody drop the shit off in.
Oh yeah, you take
Um,
him out the drop box.
well, the thing is, there's a camera on it if you're standing up. So,
Look so stupid.
right, like,
You
and
never
you,
returned this game. Yes, the fuck I did.
and man, I ain't gonna. I remember one manager gave me the promo code for anything that somebody buys that marks it off, but it takes it out of the inventory. So, like, when the first DVD set of Star Wars shit came out, that shit was like $75. I ring it up, put in the promo code, it clears out the price, and they give me cash. This is before everybody had debit like that. Man,
Oh yeah, forget about the pre debit times. Like before
yeah,
debit was everywhere. Like you still
yeah.
had it, and people would still use it. But most people either had credit cards or cash, so everyone was using cash.
And
I
the
remember
camera
shit.
was on the register, so you couldn't like just put the shit in your pocket. So what you would do is put the money like you're putting it in the register, but you're putting it on the side of it because it was like a little drawer or shelving enclosure for it. And when it was time to close out for the day, you take the money and put it underneath the drawer when you're carrying the drawer back to be counted, and that's when you slide it in your pocket.
Armstead, so it was the PlayStation 5 that he had that worked for 5 minutes exactly. That nigga traded that bitch in for 135. I remember that bitch.
First of all,
Eh,
it wasn't a PlayStation 5, it was
eh,
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2. It wasn't on
We
PlayStation
knew what
5.
you meant.
And I said,
We
nigga,
knew what you
PlayStation
meant.
5.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this nigga went Back to the
I don't
Future.
even remember what happened to it. I had got it, and that motherfucker literally, I timed it. It worked for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and all of a sudden it was shut off. So I took that shit to GameStop, and they was like, "Okay, we gotta plug it up first to see if it work." Okay, go ahead. Plugged it up. They sat there for a minute. 3 minutes went by. I'm like, okay. I mean, I want to play a quick game real quick. No, man, we got customers, man. We'll go ahead and get it. Cool. Shut it off.
I'm trying to
Hey,
remember how I got. I remember
I'm
I
this
stole
old.
my baby mama. Like I came up on the Xbox by stealing her
His
boyfriend at the
boyfriend,
time Xbox, bro. We stole that nigga beef and broccolis, bro. That nigga was
his
so
shoes.
mad, bro. Stole all his shoes, his clothes, and then
Didn't
the
you pee
clothes
on
he
the
left
car?
there. We pissed on his clothes, bro. We shitted on his
What the
car. Like
fuck,
we pissed on his car,
nigga?
bro.
You are a fucking
What
hooligan,
the
nigga.
what kind of hooligan ass shit is this?
He
My
Nigga,
brushed
sister
his
so willingly.
we were talking about first times with women. Y'all niggas was
This
like,
nigga already
this is
is a
how we
fucking
ruined the
felon,
niggas'
nigga.
life.
Like,
we
I'm not
used his
surprised. He
toothbrush
is
to
from
brush our
Atlanta.
balls, bro. It was all
see,
kind of shit, bro.
see, you talking about not growing up in the hood, nigga. Yo, suburban ass. Y'all niggas are
These
worse.
niggas,
Y'all are
yeah, y'all
worse.
niggas was absolutely terrible.
Bro, that nigga was so mad, bro. He's like, these niggas stole my beef and broccoli, son. They was
And
size
that's not even
10,
the
bro.
worst thing you could do to somebody either.
That's
No,
bro.
that was pretty
I mean,
bad back then.
we took his bitch too. I mean, you weren't really good.
At that point, taking this girl is like, I don't have any
who
use for her. Give me my beef and broccolis back.
Like I had every
who
Xbox game
remembers
there
the
was.
name? Who remembers the name of GameStop before it was GameStop?
There was
EB
always
Games.
GameStop. There was
It
No,
GameStop,
it
was
EB
wasn't.
EB Games.
Games,
It
No,
was,
it
and then
wasn't.
there
it was
was
EB Games.
Nope. No, it
no.
wasn't.
Hold on. There was another one called man, what was the name of it? Not Game Cardi.
Nope.
Game Crazy.
Game
Nope.
no, that's Europe. Damn it,
Funko Land.
bro. Funko Land. They were all different
Oh yeah,
companies,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
Yeah.
yeah.
to watch how they all became one and they just ruined the market, bro. That's when I realized
Yeah.
capitalism sucks sometimes.
Capitalism sucks
that
oftentimes.
shit got bought up and all of them turned into GameStop.
Yeah, bro, because you had Walmart, Kmart, Target, like
Hmm.
all of those used to exist in unison.
Yeah, but Kmart kind of asked for it.
Yeah, Kmart was giving
I
you
mean,
the
they
fucking
combined
most of
with
the work.
Sears and Sears Roebuck
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Kenmore and all this kind of shit.
Sears was literally the thing that killed them. Like Kmart was going to be able to struggle for a lot longer if they hadn't bought Sears, but they thought that buying Sears would give them all this cash flow. And I don't know who the fuck inked that deal for them, but that Sears employee, that nigga's bonus was probably the truest.
Yeah, he
Cause
probably walked away
he
with
sold.
billions.
To this day, I don't know a nigga that's bought anything from Sears, man.
No,
Bro,
no,
you
I've
buy
gotten
you
things from
yeah, you
Sears,
buy
but like
appliances. Appliances,
exactly, you
they're
buy
dead.
Yeah,
appliances or like mattresses,
Tools.
like you buy tools, you buy big
I
once
grew up in
every
the
blue moon items.
mean streets of Chicago. People, we went to.
Went to
I
Ray
don't
Ray
even,
store.
nigga. I don't even know the name of the stores we went because everything had the appliances. I don't even remember my family ever buying a microwave or an appliance.
Shit.
Like,
God damn,
everything
hard
either
times.
Bro, damn,
like
bro, that sounds terrible.
I mean the shit came in the cribs. Like I mean, but we was in whatever.
Those shits be old though, bro. Nobody want to use that shit.
Nigga, that I mean, even to this day, like I mean, now I buy. I mean, not buy, but I rent spots with decent shit. But when I was coming up, I think I remember my granddad buying a microwave when they first came out. And that motherfucker was the size of a floor model TV.
I remember my first flat
God
screen.
damn.
I was older
I
when I
do
got my
too.
first flat screen though.
Yeah, I
That
was
shit was
in the
sick.
military by then. I felt like I was blown.
Yeah. What's the name still
Blown like
uses
a
his first
bitch.
flat screen? Arm says.
I still,
Mind your goddamn business.
I actually still got I got the second the LED that replaced my first
First
LCD,
of all, it's a Sony Bravia. That
the
shit still
Bravia.
works fine.
it works.
It definitely
I
works.
remember them Sony Bravias. Them motherfuckers were liabilities.
And he'll still work. Sony make
Everybody
good
nigga,
TVs.
yeah,
Yeah, they did.
yeah.
I mean, but
They
now
ain't LG.
if y'all look at it, bro, it's so incestuous. Like they all make parts for each other, so it ain't really like you buying anything special.
Nope,
Yeah.
it's all their own stuff. So
I'm about to say,
it's
yeah.
kind of like, eh.
Samsung makes all the fucking screen,
Pretty much. Sony make most of the camera parts.
basically. I've
And
been looking to update. I actually have my first LED though, like that replaced my first flat screen. That's just like 10 years old, but it's
y'all
still
remember
rocking.
LEDs were supposed to be big, then LCDs came cheaper, then LEDs came back, and plasma's still around for some reason.
I mean, plasma's still the best type of TV you can get your hands on as far as overall performance. But the problem is they're so goddamn expensive.
It's not even that's a long term. That's what it is about plasma. It's a
I
long
mean, yeah,
term.
my plasma still work to this day. To this day.
It's
I
that
get. I
gas,
just.
bro. It don't light up forever.
All mine's a fucking LED, but I'm thinking about going ahead and getting what is it? Either Ultra HD or a 4K for like around spring. I might go ahead and grab one.
Might as well. You should buy one now. They still cheap as fuck right now.
True.
I don't look. I have spent an excessive amount of money in the last month, and I
We
just don't
heard.
want to. Well, I'm not even counting the PlayStation was just like that was
You
a
didn't have to
need.
say it like that. You an asshole for that.
Yeah.
You know, half of our fans still ain't got one.
Hey,
Half. Nigga, ain't
fuck.
nobody
Hey,
got
look.
one but
I'm
y'all
sorry,
two.
nigga,
75%. He said,
but
I'm
look.
sorry that you're broke.
No, it ain't even that. Look, blame them niggas
Fuck
at
that.
Walmart, man. I went to Walmart ready to throw hands when I seen niggas with the smocks on walking to their fucking car with the fucking PlayStation 5.
Speaking of throwing
You should have
hands,
stolen. You should have
have
stolen.
y'all
Go
seen
ahead.
it? Have y'all seen that video of them ladies? Was that a lady
Oh
and a
yeah.
Yeah,
man or what?
yeah, I
Yeah, it
sent
was
it to
two
y'all.
ladies
Yeah,
fighting, man.
yeah,
That
Wait,
man.
lady,
what happened?
shit, that one lady got knocked out,
Basically
didn't she?
a black lady go out. So, or sorry, she
No,
did
she
get her
got
ass
knocked
knocked
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did get her ass knocked out. So I mean, maybe she wasn't thinking after that blow. But I would have never, if
Nah.
I'm in line and I'm about to get a plate PS5, be arguing with you over some fuck shit, especially when the employee's about to sell it to me. But then again, this is what R. Reed always says: women be talking themselves out of blessings because you was going to get the PS5, but you had to argue with the bitch behind you, and you fucked up your blessing.
You ever heard
That is
niggas always
very
talking about
true,
they
and
tried
I
me?
agree.
They tried me.
Niggas,
I'm like, bro, what are you grown? Who gives a fuck?
would you say, Tatyanna?
I said I agree. Women do cheat themselves out of blessings.
Who
You
are
know,
you? Look, I don't trust her answers, man. She be saying too much of the right
Young
shit.
Metro
She is
said
a fuck.
no.
Look, nah.
don't trust her.
I don't
Tatiana got a
know.
dick,
She's a
bro. I'm telling
covert.
you.
She's a
No, I
covert
Look,
do
eye.
not. What the
Okay,
fuck?
let
She's
me
a
see.
covert.
first and
Ari,
foremost,
shut up. Because no,
exactly.
no,
You don't have to dignify that at all, Tatiana.
no. Because first I got asked for a full body picture, and now I'm getting asked for proof that
I
I'm a
already seen
woman.
it. Man, I'm not even interested.
What the
I
fuck?
mean, look, just because she's a cute girl doesn't mean that
Yeah,
you
she is
need to
cute.
see her. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
I
a
she's
cute
can't
cute.
I
girl.
can't confirm
It's
or
cool.
deny
I
that. I was
appreciate
just
it.
basically just saying like your answers are suspicious and I feel like you the
I mean,
feds.
no. It's suspicious. It's suspicious that
Oh
she
no,
is
I
so.
just
No, it's the fact that you're an agreeable person. You remind me of a girl that I was dating earlier this year, and she
okay.
was young too, but she just was very agreeable. And it's something about that
It's
new
your
Gen
age and their
Zs.
agreeability because
Well,
you
no,
was,
no. It's
yeah.
no this, but that's Gen Z in period. Gen
Oh,
Z, they're either super crazy or they're just like the kind of woman that you'd want to settle down with. There's no in between. It's either crazy or want to settle down with.
I ain't gonna
Nothing
lie to
in the
you,
middle.
man. There's something sexy about crazy to me.
bro, you
I
toxic as
mean,
fuck.
you toxic as hell,
No,
nigga.
because I'm a really
Oh,
understanding
we didn't know that?
person. Like, since I grew up around men, I know each and every situation that a man could feel or go through. So I'm really understanding towards them more than I am women.
But you are a woman.
Exactly.
But that should mean that you should side with your team. Because I mean, I hate to tell you this, but it's bros before hoes for
No,
the rest of
women
the
don't
night.
have teams. They have
Yeah,
they
they
have
don't have
Yeah.
short
teams.
term
Women
alliances.
women live like the game Amongst Us is a game based off women.
I
Among
mean,
Us, yeah,
amongst
that's a
us is a game based off women, but I'm
that's women.
saying that we love joking and we're having a good laugh here about women not being on the same team. But them hoes be on the same team when it comes to them cheating. Because a
Oh,
woman
that's
will
different.
know her best friend is in the other
Oh no
room.
no no no! If they got a common goal, if the prize is the common prize, they do not. Then you gonna see how smart the real winner is, because
That is true.
they'll set all kinds of clues and
It depends.
charms and
Is she
Well, no,
want
directions.
no.
that nigga?
The clues are normally there if you're somebody who, like they eventually would like to add to their wall. Because, like, going back to my college, during my college days, I used to do, I used to work with building trades. So we had, different projects helping with this, taking down this. One day I get a call from my supervisor. He's like, man, you got to come take a look at this shit. I'm like, I mean, it's move out day. He's like, no, like, you need to come right now and take a look at this shit. So I get up there, go to the dorm. It's in this dorm where the girls were at, Carolina. So I walk in there, and then he's like, "Open that door." It gets a closet door. I'm like, "Nigga, what's in? Is it a bomb? Is it a boogeyman?" No, I open the door. 100 condoms nailed to the wall. Every
What
one
the
of them
fuck?
has a name next to them. This
Oh
girl
my god.
basically has been plotting on the guys And so we actually ended up getting additional details from her because they were like, "Bitch, we will sue you for biohazard." So she just came clean. She's like, "Yeah, like every time that there was a guy that I liked, regardless of whatever, like I made sure that he slept with me, and then I took the condom out of the trash can and I nailed it to here." I'm like, and nobody opened here. She was like, "Men don't open things when you're sucking their dick," and I'm like, "Damn, she's got it. She's good. She's right.
They
She's
do
That
right.
bitch
not.
is a
We're
fucking
not asking
serial
no
killer,
questions.
dog.
We
She,
exactly. She had roommates, so this was
Jesus
a
Christ.
known thing that was
That
going
air was
on.
full of semen.
Y'all ever think that women can be more cerebral than men, like to
Well,
some
no.
extent?
Women are more cerebral than men until I think, and I hate to say this, Tatyanna, I think until about to get to 25. At 25, I just think something clicks, and they're just like, well, shit, I can get away with anything I want, and that's
I'll
when
say
women start
this:
making really ridiculous mistakes.
whoever, uh, whoever is willing to risk it all is the one that gets more cerebral.
No risk it, no biscuit.
It's true.
Like
No risk it, no
real
biscuit.
shit. Like think about yourselves. When you obviously got shit to lose, and you give a fuck about what your wins and losses are, you don't go as far. But when you just like, if you ever got put to that limit where you like, I don't give a fuck about you, I don't give a fuck about this kid, I don't give a fuck about this, that's when you realize how cerebral you can get, because you ain't gonna attack head on. You start plotting and
Correct.
planning like you are
Well, also
goddamn.
they get the ability to do a lot of the pre gaming easily. Because if a
Yeah.
girl asks you a question, you can be like, yeah, whatever. If a nigga come and ask you some shit, you can be like, this sound like a setup.
I
Like, what
think
the
we take
fuck you want, nigga?
again. That's that grain of salt we give them when we're young, when we think they're not just like us. You know, they're like they're not
True.
like us. They're more
But
pure.
it
They
takes
don't
us
do
so
this.
long to realize that. So women
Lord
get
Jesus,
years of using that advantage.
I think some
Years.
niggas never realize it.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's also true. I mean, look at Black
yeah.
Libertarian. But
He's not here to
outside of
defend
throwing him
himself.
under the bus,
You are.
it's just one of those things where it's like, no, outside of throwing him under the bus, because I mean, I firmly admit that I threw him under the bus, but I don't care. Because Black Libertarian, he's gonna be fine. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Libertarianism takes over the United States as a real political power, and they actually get things accomplished. That'll never
Never.
happen.
I
Exactly.
was gonna say he just disagrees with whatever your stance is with the most outlandish fucking statement possible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this podcast has been a trio for a long time. And I thought to myself, with the addition of All Might coming on here, won't we make ourselves a wonderful quartet? And then we'll have guests still. Although my next invite was for Tatyanna. I think she should be a member of our podcast. I don't
So
know.
Only
this is where
if
the
you want
penis
me
jokes were
to.
going.
We need a woman,
This is where
bro.
the penis. Well, it's
Yeah,
not that we need a woman. It's that we need a more. We need you to be less agreeable if you were to join. But
Well, no,
we'll
no, no.
continue.
You know, every podcast that actually does that gets so much backlash for women. I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. But even
yeah.
women be hating on the women. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
crazy,
got some views that women hate.
Because women hate women with a conservative voice. Like
right?
it's so funny though. Conservative women get trashed on, but they're right.
No, but any woman, like I don't even know a woman podcast that don't get hated on. Like most of their following is fucking hate. Like it's niggas hating on them and women hating on them. And then they got like a small like 30% that like.
I feel like people need to hate you to like you because it's the
Well,
Yeah.
same
no,
Basically,
emotion.
but
it's fine to get hated on, but the difference is that a lot of times the women get hated on because they just are just really
like
realistically doing like the Joe Budden thing, where it's like we literally worship the ground you walk on. It's like I didn't come here to hear you suck Joe Budden's dick. I came here for a conversation.
personally, I don't understand going out of your way to hate on something. Like I've
It
never been
depends on
able to
what it
do that.
is.
Whoa, it
Like
depends on what it is. I mean, look,
I
we
don't.
Like
I
all
honestly, I'll say some wild shit on Twitter, but I didn't go on that page to make sure I refuel that hate and
well,
make sure
first
I
and
get it from
foremost,
a
you had to
place of
take to the
passion.
fact that you decided to argue with Joe Budden's bitches. You had to let everybody know
I
that.
did not argue with them. I was listening to the podcast, and they said they say on every episode they be in the comments. So I tested it, and they are. But the thing is, as long as you come with a legitimate fucking response, then I don't have nothing to say. I'm not one of those folks that say some ignorant shit
Just
to you
because
so
the
you can
darker
respond.
skinned one who's actually a smart woman responded to you and not the two light skinned ratchets does
Actually,
not
no,
prove your point.
it was the light
she
skin.
responded.
It was the biracial. It was the biracial one, Bridget,
They
the main
responded
light.
to you.
Oh,
It was the main light.
Bridget?
Yeah,
Ew. Bridget's
Bridget
Welcome all
responded
might
to
disgusting.
to the
me.
podcast.
Bridget's
Thank you,
disgusting.
thank you, thank you.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
no,
everybody,
no.
welcome our new member, DJ All Might. Introduce yourself
Oh,
as a gay lesbian.
hi. I've only been here for a few
Shit.
weeks. Oh, for
No,
2 weeks.
nigga,
I know, but we didn't make it official. I was
yeah,
waiting
we
to get
didn't
the
make it
logo done.
official. Well, no. We gave people clues.
Oh, okay.
Because anytime a person's a recurring guest for the last like 10 podcasts, you kind of know what it is. It's like an interview. And
And
it's
we
like
still
this
got to
nigga
talk about
made it
how to
through
spend that
round
money,
2.
but to be honest with you, the money ain't worth talking about, so we don't talk about it.
Girl.
Anita, are you gonna be a special guest moving forward, like every now and then, or how long? I mean, I don't know. Hold on, what
Yeah.
do we call her?
You've been basically coming through every week. So I mean, if you want to just special guest for a while until you decide whether or not you want to join us, and be less agreeable, that's fine. I mean, it's one thing to like be slick agreeing with us with stuff that matters, but like you could tell Reed he a piece of shit. Like we all know it. It's not even like
You are
a
too. You
secret.
just act like you not.
Oh no, I'm gonna wait for the opportunity to tell him that he's a piece of shit. I'm gonna say
Y'all,
it. Y'all just gotta
y'all ever
don't want to
notice
say it.
when he gives an opinion, he be like R. Reed always says, I'm like, but that's you. That is you.
But R. Reed, that's the mark of a good politician, is making it sound like someone else developed the opinion. Therefore, if it goes bad, you can just say, as R. Reed always says, these
Like,
hoes
well, when
ain't
the hell did
loyal.
I say that? Like, the
I
hell did
mean,
I
the
say
thing
that?
about it is, I could literally go back through any of the podcasts in the last year where you said some wild shit about women and back up my justification. The only
But
thing I can't say is R. Reed said trans women lives matter, because you would never say some shit like that.
I mean, they matter
Wow.
to them.
I mean, no. The thing about it is, the thing that we don't give you credit enough. So I'm gonna shout you out like I shouted out Black Libertarian last podcast. You've always informally said, look, I'm not saying trans lives matter, but I'm not gonna let you get your ass beat over some bullshit out here.
I agree.
Like, I
They
mean,
shouldn't be getting their
that's
ass beat.
but
But
that is something that we don't give enough credence to, because it's like, I'm not saying I agree with your lifestyle, but I'm not gonna let some niggas just beat your ass to beat your ass,
that's the
and that
difference
is
between tolerance and
farther
acceptance.
progress.
I think they
Exactly.
want acceptance and not tolerance. I say, yeah, you ain't gonna get
Correct.
that from a lot of us.
Correct.
That just
Correct.
ain't
Correct.
gonna happen.
You're not gonna get acceptance from a lot of people. I mean, I'm accepting it because I just like where this is leading. Because as women keep confronting this whole thing of where they're agreeing with everything, is a lot of y'all baby girls are not ready for the fact that when that first trans woman steals your man, y'all gonna be heated, but you're not gonna be able to say shit because trans lives matter. So if they
Even if you look
matter,
at
then that means they
sports, they're
matter enough
taking
to
their
steal.
scholarships. They're taking their scholarships. That was
Yeah, but Republicans are like hitting the Empire Strikes Back on that shit.
oh yeah,
So I don't
I'm
think
with
that's
them
gonna
though.
keep. I don't think it's gonna continue. Well, no,
And I'm with them.
I'm not with them, because we just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep this one in the podcast. Women open this Pandora's box. So whatever the fuck collateral damage happens, y'all ask for it as a collective. Because man, we were kind of like, hey, I mean, we need to get to a point where we can have an honest conversation on things, and we need to get to the point where we can bring up like some of the violent issues that affect our community. Now, we're speaking from Black men's perspective here. Like, we see a lot of Black trans people being killed, and that shit's fucked up. But we need to be able to have an honest conversation about it, because some, not the majority of it, some of these people put themselves in that position when they didn't tell this nigga that, yes, I have a dick too. You should have
So
said that.
so with
But
that
there's a large
conversation,
portion of people who are down low, and those people need to be held accountable, because
I feel
there's a
like
large
I
portion of
feel
these
like
niggas.
which one you think is bigger? You think
Oh,
they
it's much
always know?
bigger. No, it's much bigger that there's down low people who are fine with it. Like, there was a person who talked to me a long time, well, not a long time ago. It was 2016. Person who talked to me, I thought they were cool, whatever. They're like, I'm trans. I'm like, I'm not gonna date you. And they're like, I mean, cool. I can do this. I can do that. I'm like, I don't give a shit what tricks you could do with my dick. I'm not interested. And that person was like, see, you straight guys always say that, but y'all come back and it's like, all right, hold me to that. And then I never responded back to that person ever again. But it's one of those things where it's like, some of y'all have gotten so used to it in Atlanta to where you think half of every guy, or 50% of the guys are bi. It's closer to like maybe like 20%. And even then, those 20% tend to be in very specific parts
Closets.
of the city. North. They tend to be in one specific part of Atlanta. Like, the niggas from the east side, niggas from the west side, yeah, there's some niggas out there that do whatever, but the majority of those people live in Buckhead, Alpharetta, Sandy Springs, all the other places where you see
Marietta.
most of the other people. Yeah, Marietta. I mean, Marietta goes every kind of way.
Hey, that did bring up an interesting topic. I want to ask you guys, when was the first time you ever got approached by a guy?
Well, unlike you, I didn't go to that gay club to
No,
perform.
that wasn't my
So,
first time. That wasn't my first time. Let me tell
whoa,
y'all my first
oh
time. Let me go
shit! Really?
first.
Tell me more.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
so we got this song, Ricochet Reed. You can look for it. It's called Wet. I'm calling this singer out. I mean, we cool, so it is what it is. Taking the nigga home. He had just did the song with us. It's called Wet. And then, whatever, he been drinking and smoking with us. Well, some of us, because not all of us was drinking and smoking. My personal preference was not to drink and smoke around people like that myself, but to each his own. That sounds fucked up, but it is what it is. I have my reasons. I don't know what you've been doing. Whatever. Here or there, you get mad. So nigga had been drinking and smoking by with some other people in my crew. Whatever. I take the nigga home. He's like, yo, I seen your dick in your basketball shorts, son. Let me suck it. I was like, what, bro? I was like, what? Let me
That
suck
was
it,
kind of
man.
aggressive.
I ain't gonna tell nobody because he knew me, but he ain't know me like that. And I'm just like, why did
Well,
let's
he
just
knew you enough to think that he could actually make that
yeah, he knew,
request.
yeah, because he was like drunk or whatever. And I was like,
Oh
bro,
yeah, well that also is a part of it that plays into it. We
I
forget
was
how
like, bro,
alcohol makes people
yeah,
come two steps out of
your
what they would have
inhibitions are
said
down.
normally.
And I was just like, yo, bro, I don't want to hate crime, but if you ask me again, yo, I'm gonna whoop your ass. He was like, bro, because he had told me the story. He had just got out of jail for some other shit. And he was talking about, man, I was a dick sucking queen in jail. I was like, what the fuck?
The fuck?
Because I genuinely asked the nigga how his jail time went, and I knew he was gay, but me myself, I tried to build up a tolerance to that shit because I had worked with this gay guy, and he changed my mind on everything. Because I was on that, I would say I was on some homophobic shit back then, but I was like, man, I was just like, oh, I'm more on
Nigga, it
my
was
acceptance phase.
everybody almost on that homophobic shit
So,
back then.
nigga, this was like 2009-ish, so it was like 10 years ago, at least 11. So I'm just like, yo, he knew my
They made
girl.
plenty of strides in that time.
Yeah, he knew my girl. He had worked with. I told my girl when I got home, and she was mad at him and shit. I was just like, this nigga tried to really suck my dick, dog. I'm just like, that's how these niggas get caught up.
That's when R. Reed knew that he was desired. He was like, nigga tried to suck my
That's
dick.
how
I
I knew I
like it.
wasn't gay, because he could have sucked my dick and nobody would have known anything. And I was just like, you got a mustache, bro. I don't want no mustache on my dick.
Don't ever say that sentence again, even in private.
I knew I wasn't gay. I'm talking about you don't know till you've been tested, and I was
Yeah.
tested.
You don't know you've been tested. I
I've
don't
been
know.
tested because nobody
I
would have known the
personally
wiser. And I called
it has never happened.
Armstead right after. I was like, bro, this nigga just tried to suck my dick.
You just called him for the timestamp. That's all.
Exactly. You want to talk. You want him to not be able to lie and say that. Yeah, man, I sucked R. Reed's dick. He was like, oh
Right.
no, I talked to my homeboy at 9:58. This nigga said he sucked my dick at 9:57. That couldn't have
That's
happened
enough
because
time.
You done fucked
Armstead
up. No,
heard.
you didn't. He said that's it.
A minute
He's
ain't
the only
enough
one
time
that
to do
did
all
that.
that
I
stuff.
call for timestamps too.
I mean, you got to.
It never
Why you
happened.
say that?
I've been complimented, but never that, especially not aggressively offered
Yeah.
fellatio.
Yeah, bro.
I
You thought I
mean,
was gonna do it. Me and my
I mean, I've
basketball
had,
shorts looking good, slanging wood.
I mean, nigga loves the narcissism.
Be
But it's just one of
questioning if
those
you
things.
actually let him do it.
You like Atlanta's Joe Budden.
Exactly. Atlanta's Joe
You can
Budden, R.
question all
Reed.
you want. I know what I did. I did not get my dick sucked by the guy. I did
Exactly.
not. I
Well,
mean,
no, I
to
mean,
each his own.
I've had two lemon laws I had to do. One was on someone who just was not who they said, but the other one was like a dude who just showed up and was like, "Hey, I'm such and such you've been talking to." I was like, "Nigga, lemon law," and he was like, "What is lemon?" It's like, nah, this means this is a no. Like I was here for a woman, you're not her. Like, get
That
the
was
fuck out of
hilarious.
here.
Tell that story. Tell that story. There's something I need to tell you. There's something I need to tell you. You
Something I
may
need to
not
tell
like
you.
this. You may not like this. But you're living in my truth.
And that's the part that's so fucked up. Is
I
like
hate when people say that shit. Fuck your truth. I hate.
Nigga, I need the truth. There's a difference.
exactly. You
I
do
look.
need the truth.
Truth of the matter is, you should have kept that shit to yourself. Like,
Well, it's
oh
not even truth of
god.
the matter. Like the thing is, y'all bet so much on people being accommodating with this kind of stuff, and it's like you realize the same way that women are like, I'm not interested, is the same way men are like, look, I'm not interested in you. You're a man. Like this is not some shit where we're playing like, oh yeah, you meet 75% of what I'm looking for. No, like being the right
I
gender is
mean,
100% a
Reed's
requirement.
Reed's story is a little bit the exception because Buddy was in jail, and most niggas in jail be like, nigga, I ain't gay, nigga, you the one sucking my dick. But
I don't
I
know. Is
mean,
that
that
gay
nigga was doing
still?
the dick sucking.
Is that
sometimes
still
they
gay?
say that. It's a lot of
Gay
niggas that
niggas.
think that
Oh,
think that they getting their dick sucked, and that means they're not the gay one.
well,
Oh yeah,
you
oh
are.
yeah, but that's internal. That's internalized homophobia. It's like, nigga, you're the
Yeah,
gay one, and that's
but
okay. Like that's not a
the
problem. It's not
Is
an
that gay?
issue.
The fact
Yeah.
that I think that
Yes,
when
If
it
they're in
they come
jail,
is.
around, when they come around,
dude, that's super gay.
um, when they come around, I think that like they find some type of like there's some type of indication that they think that they might have seen, and I'm speaking just trying to piece it together because I've watched my gay homie like operate, and he knew what guys to go to. Like he
Oh yeah,
didn't hit
he
on
can
straight
sniff them
guys.
out the same way that we
Yeah.
have trans radar. Gay men have, this guy could turn radar. I mean,
Uh-oh.
they joked about it in Scott Pilgrim, but
What the
that's
hell?
true.
So that's why I was just thinking about that. Like something made them indicate that like it's going on in their gaydar. That's like they asked that question. But
Well, yeah, that's
the
the thing
ones that was
about
in
it is
prison, I think it's a whole different ball game. Like I don't know 'em. I don't know anybody, but I'll go off of movie
it's a
logic.
protection
And
thing.
movie logic, but TV and movie logic comes from somewhere.
Correct.
Somebody, these folks gotta believe, like, no, I ain't gay. That nigga suck my dick. Like, what, nigga?
I
Your
mean, bro, y'all
body
both
part,
gay.
right? Like your body part was inside of another man. Like, nigga, both of y'all are involved.
Hey, did I?
Exactly, bro. Like any activity with somebody that's the same gender as you is homosexuality.
Well,
Yeah,
unless you're
it's
a girl.
called. It's still sodomy. It's still sodomy.
Unless you're a
Sorry, any
girl.
hole that's not the vagina.
Hey,
Any
so
hole, so somebody fuck me in my ear is sodomy.
Yeah, it says that any hole that's not the vagina. Yeah.
in general, that sounds like an interesting thing. Hey guys, I got a story for y'all. So there
Part
was
of
this
being a
quote
libertarian.
posted in MCAR, mature conversations about relationship. A man doesn't need to be perfect to make a woman happy. All he needs to do is be the man he said he was when he first met her. All right, that's that interesting. So I responded, and these women, these charlatans, they got mad. I said, "Don't waste 1 minute of your life trying to make a woman happy. What they want can change like the wind. Keep yourself content, King." And then this bitch, you gonna take her name out, Miss responded.
Just say first anonymous person responded.
Oh, basically, her whole content was like, "You're not making a woman happy, blah, 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 calling men king, that makes you gay. Clearly, you a gay man." And I was just like, okay, I didn't respond. You know what I'm saying? I responded later. I said, "You ever notice these scoundrels of women in the love the LGBT community to entertain themselves, but use that same community to insult men who won't bow to
Yeah,
their will?" I'm like, these
correct.
Asians are chaos and nothing but distractions. Ignore them. They are nothing but pebbles in the road. And I won't use my energy to kick them aside. King. Boy, they got mad. There's like a whole list of them, and they're still calling me gay. Because this is what I would tell you. You cannot make somebody happy. And I'm just like, what? That's fucked up. You cannot make no one else happy. You can give them a happy moment,
Will Smith,
but
that was the one thing he tried to tell y'all the truth of.
yeah, you can give them happy moments. That's the truth. Doing something nice for somebody and you do it just for the purpose of being nice, that is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone is genuinely want to be a happy person, that comes from themselves and what they want out of life and what they want to do. You are not going to make anybody else happy. Like you can make them happier, I guess, to some extent, right? But I think as a man, I said keep yourself content. Because as a man, you shouldn't seek happiness. You should seek to be content. Because happiness is fleeting. You need to be content. Happiness comes and goes. It's the up and down of the ebb and flows of life. You don't need that, son. So as a man, I ask you guys, can you make a woman happy? Let's ask y'all. How can you make a woman happy?
No, you cannot make a woman happy. You can do nice things for her. You can treat her the way that she should be treated. You can even show her new things and learn it from her and value her. But making someone happy is impossible.
You can make her happy in the moment. That's
Yeah, but that's not true happiness. That's enjoyment.
Fleeting, whatever.
Oh yeah, or fleeting. We're saying the
I
same
do
thing.
agree.
Yeah.
I do agree with what he's saying. Like I feel like first of all, in order for her to choose me, that's a choice that she had to make. So initially, she made herself happy by choosing me.
That's narcissistic, but I'll agree with
I
it
mean, that's a
100%.
little narcissistic, but like you took a left turn. I was on board with you. Had us in the first half, Armstead. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I mean, like really think about it. Like, is that not like what it is? Like, first of all, she has to see you. Okay, this guy's handsome. He's attractive. That's good. Let me see what he's about.
Can you
Getting to
pause
know
right
him.
there?
Yeah.
Do you think that matters as much as the men that it does the women? You being
I ain't talking
handsome?
about. I mean, I feel what you're
Depends on
coming
the
from.
woman.
Okay.
I'm just it depends on the woman.
Okay,
But
go.
I mean, it could be how much money he's making. That can be another thing. But
That makes you fine, baby.
Ain't no ugly billionaires.
But the point that
Jay-Z.
I'm trying to make is that the whole it's not like you know I'm somebody who you just didn't want to choose from, and I made you choose me, and then I happened to make you happy. No, you had to have chose to even want to deal with me in the first place, so that's what made you happy.
Do men promise big in the beginning and under deliver?
A lot of men do, and that's why we have short-term relationships. But a lot of women do too. I mean, women will talk all that nasty shit that they love doing, all that blah 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 blah, and then when you get into the sack, and it's like the first month, they keeping up. This pace is going well. It's like month 3. She's like, "How long can you keep going at this breakneck pace?" It's
My
like
jaw
to
hurt.
the end of time, or yeah, my jaw hurt, or
Bitch, your jaw wasn't hurting 6 months ago.
What's that? It's not even that. It's like you have certain things that people get you used to, and it's like, I mean, if you weren't trying to be an A+ student at the beginning, then I wouldn't have expectations that that's how you're going to keep it running. You should have been who you wanted to be overall, but that goes back to more of a human thing. But to get back to Armstead's main point here, like women are attracted to different things for in men, and eventually the two people become a couple, they're dating, all that kind of stuff. But eventually that feeling, the easy love ends. Infatuation, that's the word I was looking for. That all ends, and when it does end, that's when you get to really see like the kind of thing that you are, because I mean, you gotta like create traditions, you gotta figure out things that y'all want to do together, you gotta consistently date the person. And this is hard because dating is on both sides. Like a lot of times when we're like, hey, what do you want to do? And it's like, no, you need to come forth with your own suggestions for things that you want to do. It can't just be the guy doing it. Because if he's putting in all the effort and breaking his back to carry this relationship, I guarantee you, Miss Tina on the side is going to come through and say, hey, I could take some of that load off. And before you know it, you just got yourself caught up with this guy in an entanglement, and it was 50% you making it.
Ain't nothing like a new bitch who can take the load off.
Yeah, that's
I'm
all
not.
side. That's all side hustles.
Is that the
I
same
mean,
thing for
no.
women?
For
No,
women,
some
it's the
women are comfortable being
yeah.
a side hoe. Like some of them will actually settle for being the side.
Well, no, I think what he's trying to hone in on, because that's true, but that's on both sides. Because ain't nothing like being a side nigga and getting the pump and dump and leave. No feelings, no gotta hear
But I know what
things.
that's about. That's you not wanting to be accountable in a relationship.
Exactly, but it's nice to have that feeling at least once in your life. You talked about it 3 podcasts ago.
I mean,
Um,
I ain't say I disagree with it, but you ain't got to be accountable.
okay,
You
all
ain't
right,
got to
yeah,
be the man. You ain't got to do nothing. You just got to drop dick off and you go.
exactly. That's
You ain't
it.
got to
That's
do
it.
this. You ain't got to raise no family. All you got to do is get down there, down, and leave. But it's gonna lead you to an empty existence on both
Yeah,
sides, men or women. But to each his
yeah.
Well,
own.
Most
but
women
it
on the
takes.
side like have my
Mhm.
same mentality. Will, like understand the hell out of.
Well,
That's
yeah,
why
side
some
women
men
are a
like you.
different breed of women because side women, generally speaking, understand like how to play their position. It's kind of scary because getting back to the thing that he said a podcast ago, side women are cerebral, so they understand exactly like what things are and how to make it. Like side women understand exactly what you like, how you like it done, and how they can most easily get you across the goal line,
I know
and that's
because I was
really
one.
scary. I mean,
You
you
ain't
ain't
got to
telling
tell us your
yourself like that.
story. Damn, god
Exactly.
damn, you
Like
be telling on yourself.
you be telling on your. I think you get off partially from telling on yourself because you've done this now for like 4 different podcasts. Where you just told on
No,
yourself
I
like something
didn't.
big.
I only told on myself like once, and that was today, right now.
No, you told on yourself twice.
Yeah.
How?
Go listen to the last podcast.
Go listen to the last podcast where you first came in, and then go listen to the podcast 3 podcasts ago where you told on yourself about the revenge.
That
That's
wasn't
three
about
times.
me. What are you talking about?
You're not even good at
That
it. You're
was
not even good at
not
deflection.
me. That was Anita. Okay.
Isn't your name in Discord? Never mind.
Well, I don't even know which one is which, man. God got me confused.
All right, we're gonna leave that alone.
Hold on,
Um,
what? But that's you.
but it's one of those things where we never really talk about it because we don't like talking about subjects that make people mad because people be sitting up here angry that they got cheated on. It's like, I mean, you need to look at the economics of this black market. Like you have people who get in a relationship, everything will be going copacetic, and then eventually they'll be like, oh man, she don't do it the same like she used to. And they just find somebody who's like, I will do everything the same way. And then, market forces take place. I mean, if we're looking at it, it's a transaction. He makes her feel like she's validated. She does the things that his girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever isn't doing. And when we examine it, we always examine it as, this guy is a terrible dog. And it's like, I mean, yeah, potentially, but at the same time, he may be someone who's like, look, like, it's not, she's not working with me on that. Or it is like, I was listening to a woman earlier today who she's the affair queen. And basically what she does is that she looks for men who are married and she seeks them out for affairs. If you want to leave your wife, she's breaking up with you. Because for her, the thrill is in her being like, hey, either fly me out or B, come visit me when I'm in your city. We can do the things that we do, and then we leave and part ways. For her, that's her thing. That's what she loves to do. And I mean, it's not right, but at the same time, she's looking at it cerebrally as I enjoy sex with men who are married. That for me is highly enjoyable. So I'm going to keep doing that. And it's not right, but these are people, and people are fundamentally flawed creatures. Not saying that we shouldn't change or try to be better, but I understand what she's thinking of and why she's doing it this way. I don't know
let's
why
just
she's.
let's just admit that the longer that humans stay on this planet and technology advances and people have capabilities of doing shit, the more fucked up you realize we all are, or people can be, because some of this shit was not even a thought until motherfuckers had access to
You
things.
shouldn't be,
Or
bro. They used to do it by letter, bro.
Correct.
yeah, but the thing was, everything was a thought. Like now, things are actions. Like folks ain't just saying they gonna do it. Like they doing it. Like
Oh, so you
shit's
mean
being
Grindr's an
executed.
app now, not like just guys going behind, the local bar and being like, "Yo,
Right, like
stick your
this
dick through
shit
this hole,"
ain't
it
people
goes.
about people about that action now in 2000 that are gone. Like it's just like take the damn smartphone era and apps and social media has just enabled all vices, man.
I think that it's been worse for women. Like women, like men. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do you?
Well,
Do you?
It
well,
sounds
it
so
goes back to what
sexist.
it
Who
goes
has
back to what he was
benefited the
saying earlier.
most? Who's benefited the
True,
most from
men have
the
benefited the
evolution?
most from this technology, but it
But
goes back to
men,
what you were
men
Have we?
always
saying.
Have we? Have we? Have
No,
we?
we have. We've benefited the most.
Physically or financially?
We benefited the
financially.
most. We benefited the most on both sides. It goes back to what you said 3 podcasts ago, DJ All Might, which is men hold women to a higher standard because we know we're deeply flawed creatures. So that's why, like, we're trying to be like, man, why would you do that? Knowing damn well we would have done that same shit that she just did. It's just like we are just hoping that they'll do.
I think
We know they're the better sex, and we
I
know that
got
they could be without us.
Well, we
look.
know they're the what
I
We
gotta
know they're
involve.
the better sex. We
they
know that
can
they could.
be or they are.
No,
Well,
no,
what are you
no.
saying?
We know they're the better sex. We
I don't know where you get
know
I've
that from.
because
evolved.
the things that women will put up with, men would never put up with.
That don't
Like,
make them
I,
better. Makes
no,
them
but
stupid.
that does the fact that they're willing to forgive makes them better. Like
I
that,
would say
like niggas will
stronger.
hold. No, better because it's not about strength. It's not
Hold on,
about
wait.
strength.
You think they're better? I
I
don't
mean,
think they're
you
comparable.
always, again, you always think it's not comparable. But I'm saying, like, if we're going based on what is keeping people on this planet, not going into specific religions or whatever, the fact that women are so willing to forgive and the fact that women are able to take some of the stuff, like, we would never, ever, ever. If we had to go through pregnancy, dog, the human race would have ended
Bro,
10,000 years
that's
ago.
not true, bro. We would do it because men can do it,
No, we would
bro.
not have. A bunch of guys would have
Bro,
been like, man, fuck this shit. Ain't shit coming out my dick.
I
bro,
got
men
this.
can
Look,
do it, bro.
read. I read. I got this hangnail right now. I don't know, man.
My
Bro,
penis
bro,
gets
I
thin where it
feel
can get
y'all, but
pregnant.
if we know we had to already do it, then we would be doing it. It would just be a
No,
thing we
sir.
do.
We would
No,
not.
you.
We
All
would
right.
not have
No,
done
no,
it.
no, no. I think I give you this. I can meet both of y'all halfway on that. We gonna do it, but we gonna complain about it.
They complain about it.
No, we
No,
ain't.
no.
We
We gonna
gonna.
literally write books on how
It's just
great it
like
is that men can do things.
yeah. They remind you when the opportunity like presents itself. But I'm gonna remind your ass every day. I put
You
something
gotta
out
get
of my
Every
fucking
body.
pregnant.
Yeah,
single day. Because
every
like
day.
whenever women try to say like women are so great for being able to make babies, like women pipe women down. They're like,
That's what you're
that's not
supposed to
unique,
do.
Sarah. Well, no, but I'm saying like again, it goes back to what we were talking about a podcast ago where we were talking about loyalty. Women will take other women down. They'd be like, Sarah, be humble. Be
Sit
humble.
down.
You need to sit down. Like this is not a unique thing.
I
Like if
mean,
it were men, like when your bro finally bangs somebody and it's just like like you hype that man up, like this nigga done cured cancer and became president. Like if it were left up to men, things would be very, very different. But I think
it's the balance that it's the yin and yang. Like it's
yeah.
just it's right
Well,
there
I'll
in
let you
front of
know
us.
one thing: abortion won't be an issue.
Oh my God, no shit!
It
I
wouldn't.
ain't
It
gonna
wouldn't.
lie. They
You gotta
come
get
up
that
with
shit done while you were in the
the
hospital
minute
for unrelated things.
the minute they say that they are creating the male birth control. I am investing heavily in that shit.
I ain't taking that
Like
shit. That shit fucks you up. But you should take it,
you
ladies.
ain't. No.
You're not. You're not.
You're
But the
not.
alternative to that.
There's a whole generation of niggas that's
Correct.
about to take that shit now.
Well, I'm not even just investing in that. I'm investing in the male birth control company, and I'm investing in whatever company will do the work to
The
help out with
distribution, yeah,
testosterone of replacement therapy. Because
everything that
them
the
niggas is
side
gonna need it.
effects,
Look, bro,
Yeah,
the
all the
niggas
exactly.
side
give me
effects.
look, the niggas who give me dreads back, bro, that's all I care about, bro.
I mean, it's probably gonna be in the same pill. Like, look, this pill not only gives you your hair back, but also will make it to where you can't get women pregnant.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I don't think I'm gonna take that. I need my soldiers marching.
You say that, but
I
you only
don't.
want to
Hey,
try for one more.
I believe
Because if you
your
get
ass
another
needs.
girl, you said you're gonna hang up the mantle.
Nah,
He
I didn't
needs
say
to.
that. I said if I get a boy, I'm done. If I get another girl, I'm gonna keep going one more.
I hope when I do, I hope I get twins in the first try, and I'm done.
You
Yeah,
just
if he
want
gets
two?
twins on the first try, yeah, he's good.
Two, yeah. If I can get two
Yeah,
at once,
man.
I'm good.
He managed to take something
You know
from
what? I
Chicago and make
agree.
it into something beautiful. So he's like, look, man, if I can just get two things, then
Yeah.
I did my part for the black race.
Ideal,
Y'all, I leave the rest to you.
Ideally, I would want a boy and a girl, but if I can get two, I'm done. We like it's. I'm good. I've done what I needed to do.
Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, that's where the conversation has to end for today. Please remember to follow us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at the Everyday Black Men, and Facebook at the Everyday Black Men Facebook page. And of course, shout out to my co-host R. Reed Armstead, and of course DJ All Might. We're now a quartet, as you heard R. Reed say. So don't fix your face to say anything stupid. Peace.